It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Carolina Panthers. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to North Carolina and the bustling city of Charlotte as we welcome you inside Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defenses. Feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the W.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, all the stats, can you find an advantage, even the slightest one, in the kicking game, the return game, generate a turnover or a big kick return? Sometimes that little slight advantage is all you need to tip the scales in your favor.
A return now from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about the plays they have tabled.
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Second down and 8. They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Matt Milano there to stop him. Third and 6. From the gun, it's Young. He's got his man. That's Leggett. 14 yards on that pass play there. It's a Carolina first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On the bootleg, it's Young. They go back to Leggett. He's got another one. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, Young. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. To throw is Young. Open man, left side, he's got it. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They put a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st and 10, here's Young. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He's got his tight end, that's Sanders. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the 1st down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up 1st down.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Jatavian Sanders was the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Been a nice opening drive. It's led to this from the 5, 3rd down and goal. Here's Young to throw. That one, take it in. Xavier Legette, touchdown, Panthers. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through. The Panthers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing right away is Allen. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Here's the first carry for the man from Kentucky, Ray Davis. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is James Cook. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
Now Allen on 1st down. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Allen going to give it to Cook. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third down, 3 to go. Allen going to keep it on the zone read. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Bills 1st down.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the 1st down.
This one caught at the 4. And he will score. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Bills.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Back to throw. Young. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Second and 7. Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing is Young. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. They'll run with Hubbard. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Now Young. That is caught. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1. Setting up 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Chuba Hubbard, touchdown Carolina. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
The extra point try forthcoming. It's up and through. And the Panthers will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Now Allen, he connects with Palmer on that one.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the gun, Josh Allen. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
A design run here for Allen. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down. That'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
On 1st and 10, it's Cook. That's a short pickup to about the 47. The veteran Josie Jewell there for the stop. Out of the gun, here's Allen. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And now it's going to be 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Panthers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. Young to throw on 1st down. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
This is such a challenging route for any defender to guard, Mike, and here's why. It's really a 3-way go. I can either run into the flat, I can either sit and stop and just find open space, or in this case, the defender overcommits. I can break back across his face to the middle of the field, and you're wide open.
Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Young. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Motion man, sent right. Throwing on 2nd down, Young. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Tremble comes in motion. On play action, Young. Over the middle, he's got Leggett. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the shotgun, Young. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run to the 5-yard line. Second and goal. From the gun, it's Young. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hubbard. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
They'll go for it with Hubbard. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. They send the tight end in motion. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And this is going nowhere. He's going backwards to the 4-yard line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Panthers offense and their running back set to go once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down is Young. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Hurry. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. On second down, Young. That one complete to Leggett. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And it'll lead to a second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
A second down throw for Young. That's right side, taken in by Tremble. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Here's Young to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. Third and goal. To throw is Young. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
The Panthers going to turn things over to the field goal unit. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. That one is good. And the Panthers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bills offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. In motion, Shakir. Now Allen on 1st down. That's taken in by Shakir. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got a man downfield. It's Shakir. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Allen. A quick throw that's complete on the slant. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To throw again, it's Allen. He's got that complete to Knox. The Bills going to use their final timeout here, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. One more time going up top with Allen. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Again, it's Allen to the air. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills are back within a score. It's now 17-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
3 seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. That sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Motion the slot man left. On third down, it's Josh Allen. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage. And that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
The Bills bringing on the punt team. Just what the punter's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young set for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Sending a receiver right. On 1st and 10, here's Young. It's to the right side and corralled by Thielen. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, They're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
Young to throw on first down. They'll go right back to Thielen. Again, it's complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner.
And while he's still a rookie and he's going to have his ups and downs, this is the player they thought they were getting when they selected him in this previous year's draft. I mean, he looked almost like a savvy veteran there, baiting that quarterback into that throw. He had great anticipation. He was on time in his drive, and then he plucks that ball out of the air, and he almost looks like a wide receiver.
The Bills offense ready to get back to work. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. They go play action now. Here's Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
On 2nd down, here is Allen. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Pass's kick is good. And the Bills are able to cut it to 4. 17-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. First and 10. Here's the pistol snap to Young. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Tremble comes in motion. On 2nd down, Young. Short one there, caught by Tremble. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Looking left side is tight end Tremble.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
On 2nd down, a run with Hubbard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the 2nd half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. He's got the hook up there on the comeback route. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down.
This is just like recess, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball. You got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. The defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Well-timed, well-executed, and a nice pickup.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Hubbard. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
They motion a receiver right. On 1st down is Young. This one to the tight end, Tremble. And he's in! Tommy Tremble. Touchdown, Panthers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now, the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The Bills offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 1st down, it's Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. A run up the middle with Cook. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Taking off, he'll try to carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Panthers have it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet. But then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here's a handoff to Hubbard. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll put a receiver in motion right. A 2nd down throw for Young. That one taken in right side by Leggett. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
So often, the only way to combat the perfect blitz call is to beat the blitz with the ball. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to find his open man and get the ball out of his hand because he holds on to that ball for 1 count longer, and most likely was going to result in a sack.
His throw left side is complete. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Five yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Young. That is caught. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Now here's 2nd and goal. They're trying to run it. It's Hubbard. He slams it in there, and he is in. Chuba Hubbard Touchdown, Carolina. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The kicking team on for the extra point. The kick is good. The Panthers will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on one or two of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Again, it's Allen to the air. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
Throwing again, it's Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the
protecting a late lead. And the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
On 2nd down, Allen. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 3-score game.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Receiver in motion, going right. Throwing on 2nd down, Young. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. Here's 3rd and 7. We're going to run right over center with Hubbard. On 4th down, on is Sam Martin to punt. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights in this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, and they'll run. Here's Hubbard. And he's got another one. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Panthers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Allen will throw. He's got that complete to Knox. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Now Allen on first down. He's got a man downfield. It's Shakir. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
To throw again, it's Allen. Looking middle, he's got it complete to Coleman. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
It's no secret this day has been a rough outing all around. So at this stage of the game, really no choice but to remain aggressive and just try to find something positive on a day where there's been a lot of negative.
Allen going to throw again. This one complete to Palmer. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. One more time going up top with Allen. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Extra point try by Bass. He gets it to go, and the Bills are able to cut into the deficit. Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the give, it's Hubbard. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
On 1st down, it's right back to Hubbard. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Another run here with Hubbard. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Young. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's Hubbard. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the give, it's Hubbard. And he's close to the 1st down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. Third and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Hubbard. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. 1st down. 1st and goal.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
So it's over. It's a win for the Panthers. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners, as we say, so long from Uptown Charlotte.